Initial sounds substitution, kindergarten phonics CVC lesson with short I. Objectives and Common Core standards. This word is kip. Say kip. If you change the k in kip to what word do you have? Rip. If you change the in rip to what word do you have? Lip. If you change the in lip to what word do you have? Dip. If you change the in dip to what word do you have? Hip. If you change the in hip to what word do you have? Zip. If you change the z in zip to what word do you have? Tip. If you change the t in tip to s, what word do you have? Sip. If you change the s in sip to k, what word do you have? Kip. This word is kit. Say kit. If you change the k in kit to what word do you have? Wit. If you change the in wit to z, what word do you have? Zit. If you change the z in zit to b, what word do you have? Bit. If you change the b in bit to f, what word do you have? Fit. If you change the f in fit to what word do you have? Hit. If you change the in hit to p, what word do you have? Pit. If you change the p in pit to s, what word do you have? Sit. If you change the s in sit to k, what word do you have? Kit. This word is dim. Say dim. If you change the d in dim to what word do you have? Rim. If you change the in rim to j, what word do you have? Gym. If you change the j in gym to what word do you have? Him. If you change the in him to t, what word do you have? Tim. If you change the t in Tim to k, what word do you have? Kim. If you change the k in Kim to d, what word do you have? Dim. This word is kin. Say kin. If you change the k in kin to w, what word do you have? Win. If you change the w in win to b, what word do you have? Bin. If you change the b in bin to f, what word do you have? Fin. If you change the f in fin to p, what word do you have? Pin. If you change the p in pin to t, what word do you have? Tin. If you change the t in tin to k, what word do you have? Kin. This word is wig. Say wig. If you change the w in wig to d, what word do you have? Dig. If you change the g in dig to f, what word do you have? Fig. If you change the f in fig to b, what word do you have? Big. If you change the b in big to j, what word do you have? Jig. If you change the j in jig to g, what word do you have? Gig. If you change the g in gig to p, what word do you have? Pig. If you change the p in pig to what word do you have? Rig. If you change the in rig to z, what word do you have? Zig. If you change the z in zig to what word do you have? Wig. This word is bib. Say bib. If you change the b in bib to n, what word do you have? Nib. If you change the n in nib to what word do you have? Rib. If you change the in rib to f, what word do you have? Fib. If you change the f in fib to b, what word do you have? Bib. This word is did. Say did. If you change the d in did to k, what word do you have? Kid. If you change the k in kid to b, what word do you have? Bid. If you change the b in bid to l, what word do you have? Lid. If you change the l in lid to s, what word do you have? Sid. If you change the s in sid to h, what word do you have? Hid. If you change the h in hid to what word do you have? Rid. If you change the in rid to d, what word do you have? Did.